Okay, so the basis of Snap's gameplay is super straightforward, which is one of the reasons why I think it's a really good game. There are 3 locations with different abilities that flip up in the center on turns 1, 2, and 3. And the goal is at the end of 6 turns to have the most power in 2 of the 3 locations. Your cards have a mana cost top left, a power they provide top right, and then various rules text. So like Black Widow here adds a Widow's Bite to my opponent's hand that locks them out of a draw for a turn. The locations, there's a pool of about 80 of them, and they flip up at random and have different effects. So like this one has a pretty powerful effect for both players. It says plus 5 energy this turn, which is pretty good. So I think I'm just gonna Lockjaw here to start. And then the question is, do I want a Jubilee into Lockjaw's location or do I want a Black Widow? I have 4. I think we just use the Jubilee. Lockjaw is a powerful effect. It says when you play a card here, swap it with a card in your deck. Speaking of my deck, one of the things that I really love about Snap from a game deck building perspective is this picture below me is my full deck. Snap decks are 12 cards and they're singleton. Typhoid Mary and Sabretooth, okay. So Jubilee grabs a card out of my deck. Wave makes everything cost 4 next turn, which is actually kind of funny. So Wave makes everything cost 4 next turn, which actually locks both players out of playing a card on this turn. So we only have 3 resources on the 3rd turn, obviously. You get 1 per turn, similar to Hearthstone. So their Jubilee. This might just be a fill the raft angle, huh? I'm gonna Jubilee right here. Okay, White Tiger makes the 7 power thing in another location. So the Rafts is the first to fill this, gets a 0 cost 6 drop in their hand. I have a ton of power over there though. We could big gamble here and Wasp plus Hobgoblin, which technically triggers the raft and then sends this over, but they also might try and fill the raft this turn, which means I lose here because Hobgoblin can't flip over to my opponent's side. Okay, gambled and won. Venom eats all of their stuff here. Wolverine comes back after he gets eaten.
Enough said, bub.
Alright, so this is the last turn of the game. Spectrum makes ongoing cards better, but I don't really have any ongoing cards here. I have exactly Wong. I could Doctor Doom and spread some Doombots out, but that doesn't really accomplish anything. I could Odin right and spell. How many cards left in my deck? There's no cards left in my deck, so Lockjaw just doesn't do anything, right? Is +8 here enough to win? I'm not sure that is. I'm gonna stay in for 1 cube. That's a lot of cards. Are we good? What do they got in the middle? Just a Nova? Okay, sweet. So, they were able to eat the Hobgoblin there. This is still only 8 to our 11. And the game is over, and we have 1 because we have 20 and 11 here to their 8 and 2, and they won the left side. No, Magic still has her same text box. She dodges another one. All right, let's play another game or two with this, and then we had a donation for a viewer deck submission that we'll build together. Death's Domain. When you play a card here, destroy it. This location's actually pretty decent for our deck because things like White Tiger and Doctor Doom that add cards to locations don't count as playing them there, so we can kind of sneak power into Death's Domain, and not every deck is able to do that. The Raft is currently what's called a featured location, so it is more likely to appear, so we'll probably see that in some of the more of the games that we play this afternoon. Marvel Snap's global release will be on October 18th, so a little bit less than a month from now. Ooh, Black Widow's nice. Go ahead and drop her here. It is cool and quick. It is the king of just one more doc game. Huh. I think with that hit, we Doombot here, right? They're probably setting up they're probably the Spectrum ongoing deck, right? If I had to venture a guess here. It is super unfortunate. Cosmo kind of hoses us off. Snapped. Aim. My deck has 3 cards in it. One of which is Odin. One of which is Wong. One of which is... what's the last one? Doctor Doom. Yeah, I think we're dead here. I'm just gonna go and retreat. So, the retreating mechanic is another thing that I like about Snap. This here, at the top of the game, or on the left side of your screen here, is how many ladder points this match is being played for. The match is currently worth 1 point. If I retreat, I lose 1. However, on the last turn of the game, the points double up. And over the course of the game, each player can choose to snap to double them again. So if I stayed in this game that I'm very likely to lose, I would lose 4 points if my opponent ends up winning, which is likely. But if I retreat and don't see the last turn, I lose 1, which is what I was talking about when we were playing Magic. When you hit a bad beat, like them having Cosmo to kind of rinse our deck off, it's not like when the Goblin Chain Whirler killed our entire board of elves and I was just shit out of luck, right? Here, I get to say, okay, this was a bad beat. I get to retreat for 1 cube. It's not a big deal. And by using the retreat system intelligently, it's easier to ladder up by dodging your bad beats with 1 cube losses and getting 2 to 4 cubes or 8 cubes even sometimes in the ones that you win. It's such a good like heads up poker style system. Really satisfying mechanic to execute correctly. And it creates like a game within the game effectively. Well, we don't know what the card acquisition model looks like from a new card. I just don't know what card release that looks like. So, myself included, having complained about the collection track, etc., I think the collection track is actually going to be incredibly good in terms of being a metric that keeps people playing Marvel Snap. I think the designers of Snap knew exactly what they were doing with the collection track levels, and it'll be likely be a big part of why the game is likely to be successful. All right, so the opponent is playing a Destroy deck here. Both Deadpool and Nova are cards that want to be blown up. Okay, that's a wave we get to play over here into Grand Central. We could find an Odin next turn to kind of combo here. Posted in Discord, there will be no Nexus event replacement before launch. That's shocking to me. I can't believe they're gonna launch without knowing what their card acquisition is gonna look like. It's very, very surprising. The patch is good, Mr. Maple Syrup. I agree. Playing Hobgoblin out into a Destroy deck is like a little sketchy. Although if they're planning to Venom here, that's not terrible for us. Dr. Doom, we're gonna get a random card into play here. So I probably want to play my, actually, I should Jubilee left, right? Because I could hit Odin to combo with these for next turn. Although I guess playing Jubilee left is bad if Dr. Doom hits, but I think we take that gamble. Eshed. Pretty unlikely to find the hammer in 7 cards. Well. What were the Nexus events? I missed those. They were a really expensive booster pack, essentially. Victory. Yeah, I think we're good there. We're going up 5 over here, so we're up 8 here, and we're going to be up 8 here. Would be a reasonable substitution for Doom in this deck. There isn't really. Because you need, like, that's part of why. I think if you got rid of Doom, you probably get rid of the Wong White Tiger sub-package, but I think Doom's probably not replaceable in this list. Your Wong and your Odin get much worse without Dr. Doom. He's definitely key card territory. Cards can't be played here. This is again a location that's not too terrible for our deck on average. Simply because we have Dr. Doom and White Tiger that could slip on in over here. Just get Thor down. Rough isn't tough. Carnage. Carnage would have been very good there. We're chilling on Wasp for now, because if we find Lockjaw, Lockjaw goes and fetches with Wasp nicely. We're going to play Jubilee to the right over here, because if she flips up Lockjaw, I want that in an empty location. Go left, go left, go left. That's such a bad beat. Well, I guess the way this works out, I get to White Tiger into Odin White Tiger here. fine for us, right? Yeah, it's not good enough. I have 9 here, and we only have 6 here. Yeah, actually shouldn't have stepped there. We're just dead, right? Well, I guess... Huh. I guess I could hit the hammer, right? If I hit the hammer, we go up to, it's 1 in 3? Alright, I'm gonna play Go Fish for 1 in 3. Okay, is 12 good enough? Ah, good beat. The Jubilee getting kicked into center as opposed to getting kicked left was a tough 50-50 to lose. Magneto's got a lot of stats. Hey, what's going on, Glockstick? Thanks for the 5 months. Welcome back. How did Elves go? It feels like it is a pretty unwinnable matchup into Goblins, and we played against Goblins 3 games in a row. Historic doesn't seem like it's a particularly playable format. Probably gonna be focusing on mostly Explorer for Magic moving forward, because I really despise playing against Goblins. It's just like actually one of the worst gameplay experiences on Magic Arena. Not close, it's always been the case. Yeah, I can fit that in, Duck. I can be live till 4 o'clock, which is 2.5 hours from now. We're gonna switch to building the next deck after this. That gives me an hour for each of them. Again, just pretty much always chilling on Wasp until later. If we find Lockjaw, we want to use her to go fetch. Speaking of... we actually Jubilee over here. So that way if we hit Wong or Lockjaw, we can have space to play with it. Yep, there's Lockjaw. Fetch. Do I want to Wasp before or after I Thor? What's in my deck right now? My deck is Black Widow, Wave, Wong. I think I want to Wasp before I Thor, because I don't want Wasp to flip into Mjolnir if I can avoid it. So if you look on my YouTube afterthought, I have something I call my starter series, which is decks that are all pool 1 and pool 2 cards. There have been some balance changes since the most recent one of those released, but the core of them is still the same for sure. All right, and now we'll Doctor Doom here and spread some power out. I think we're in an okay spot. I guess I could Doom middle and then Odin Doom to put more power into here. That actually lets me win left, right? I'll have 18, right? Yeah, I'm just gonna Doom center and snap here. And if we run a little bit hot, we'll draw Mjolnir as our 1 in 4 next turn, and we'll get to go hammer into Odin middle.
Mjolnir, to me.
All right, well, now we have to draw hammer to win. Now we have to retreat, right? They had Odin for their hammer here. So we are no longer winning in Klin with another Doombot. And this is one of those spots, chat, where I think my opponent's snap is really bad here. Because if you're incredibly likely to win, you shouldn't push your opponent out of the hand. You should let them limp in if they want to limp in. Because I was very likely to be retreating before they snapped, and I'm definitely retreating after they snap. So unless they think there's a high probability that they're losing this and they need to push me out with a bluff, they should try and get 2 more cubes as opposed to chasing me out of it. I think that's one of the things that higher level snap players will be much better at climbing the ladder with, is managing when you should be snapping or not to maximize that kind of value. Because it's not just as simple as, I'm ahead, I should be snapping because I'm ahead. All right. So we had a donation to build around the new Blue Marvel. She definitely wants Onslaught. Blue Marvel was reduced to a 5 mana card now with 1 less power. Probably one of the biggest upgrades in this patch, honestly. Is that one. And then do we want to be full on going from here is a question. What if we build, is this like the core of a new Khazar deck? What if we build Khazar from there? Corel, did you envision something else, or did you just want these two together? Just $10 actually, Duck. Just those two. Okay, I'm gonna build a Khazar core then, if you just wanted these two specifically. I think that could be sweet, because you get to, your 4, 5, 6 curve here is theoretically really good. Oh yeah, change the scene, got it. Thank you for the reminder. 4, 5, 6 sounds good. Now, let's clear these and filter for 1-drops. Ant-Man sounds lovely. Elektra sounds lovely. Oh, Patriots of Hooglandia. Thanks, Duck. We'll get that teed up after we're done with this one. Yeah, Blue Marvel being 3 power now could make 2 powers 3 power better down the line. I agree with that. Do we want... Yeah, Angela could be good. I was saying, I feel like I want another way to put power onto the board, right? I have 1 cost filter. I was like, where is Angela? I'm spelling this correctly. It could be Angela. We could also, as another payoff, Onslaught technically works with Strong Guy. That's probably not good enough. Yeah, someone said that in chat, Spredic. That's interesting. I feel like Bishop is probably not good enough here because if like, and our ideal curve is Khazar, Marvel, Onslaught at the top end, right? We could play Mystique. Mystique copy Khazar, Blue Marvel could be okay-ish. Could Moon Girl be reasonable? Moon Girl would let us Marvel. And she could let us fit in some other ones. Sarah's not good. Sarah doesn't reduce to 0. She only reduces to 1. Debris could be fun. I don't hate Debris. I do have a sick Debris variant. We probably don't need Sunspot to fill Curve. You know what's a combo I've been wanting to play more of? That's low-key really good. Green Goblin is a soft combo with Angela because he flips up, gives your Angela 2 power, and then goes to their side of the board. I just like a pretty reasonable card in general, especially if we have Debris filling up some of their board anyways. What do we think of this? Let's start here, see how it feels. There is a period at the end of all the deck names now, which is a little strange. I'm gonna Agent 13 mid because Monster Metropolis is a nice location to play Angela out at, so I want to save that for her. Well, that's kind of cheeky. Okay, we vibe in. Hey, Lou, thanks for the 7 months. I really appreciate the support. Wouldn't be able to be here without folks like you.
This land can never be fully known.
Well, poop. Yes, we actually just always get Weird World anytime we have a build around. It's cursed. The Spectrum at random from the Agent 13 is kind of gas here, though. Yeah, that's their Blue Marvel, because it's a different artwork than ours. They could in theory have another. Well, we do this.
Snapped.
This kills Iceman, putting them down to 15. And then I'm going up to 16. I'm getting 4 more, going to 20. I mean, Mystique copying either of these doesn't matter, chat. Oh, they had magic in their opener. Well, we're dead. That's unfortunate. They got away with it too if it had been for the meddling kids.
Escape.
Onslaught would double the bonus from Ant-Man. Oh, that's true. It would make Angela 2 smaller though, right? But it's still a little bit better. Marvel Snap is currently in a closed beta. So the full open beta launches on October 18th, Sim. There's a number of people that were invited to a closed beta beforehand. One season pass level away from a variant. See if we get to play with our own deck this game or not. Well, I mean, if you're gonna twist my arm about it. Marvelous, turn 1. Yep. Ow, punished. Well, that's a pretty good beat, I guess you could say. Nightcrawler is also a soft combo with Angela because it plays down, powers her up, and then jumps out of her location, so that way we can play something else out there to make her bigger.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
All right, look at that. Guessed right on the Star-Lord we got at random too. And good.
Got him.
There's really no reason for me to do anything here, right? We just pass. punished by the Professor Cheese, right? If I would have moved, I almost moved Nightcrawler too, but I was like, nah, it doesn't matter. I think we're in a fine spot here, right? I go Onslaught here. There's 4 cards left in my deck. I think I go Iceman here to disrupt them. And then next turn we go Kazar plus Ant-Man in the middle. So we're losing right. I think we're gonna win center. We're gonna win center and left pretty hard here. Yeah, Cosmo doesn't matter. This isn't an unreveal effect. We're about to add an incredible amount of power to the board, chat. It's fun to see all the pieces come together here. Because Kazar is going to add, what, 12 power to the left here? Because he's double-double? And then Ant-Man is just absolutely massive. He's a little bit big, chat. Little bit big. Hey, you can actually read the numbers now. They fixed it from last patch. That's great. Gigantic mode activated. Thanks for the 8 cubes. Onslaught is the king of his Citadel, chat. You should probably never assume you can beat Onslaught in his Citadel. We did beat them drawing their entire deck. It was very impressive. That's gonna be annoying. Everrock. Hey, Angela mid, and then we'll Green Goblin mid. Get her nice and powered up. Bigger when you play a card there, and then Green Goblin flips over, so plenty of space to play more cards with her there. It's card of death. Are they a Hella deck then? Huh? I guess we Viper and hope to kick the Marak here. Slick coin flip. And again, like, this is the power of Snap, right, Chip? We lost. Sandman was pretty good against us, and we got by it, but we lost 1 cube because we played well and we staffed well and we were treated well. And our previous loss, our previous win, we played well and got 8 cubes for it. So when you get one of those high roll wins, it can pay for up to 8 losses. Which is quite excellent. Porg out to the right, since he would end up randomly somewhere else anyways. Try and fill up the raft here. So this is cute. If they don't fill this turn, this triggers the raft for me, but then goes to their side so the mojo can't activate. Love it. Oh, man! Well, I guess in theory my rock could end up here, right? Do I want to marvel there proactively then? If I marvel here, this goes up 6, but marvel's also adding 6 here, right? So I stay ahead there.
Oh, snap.
Marvel mid.
Victory.
Green Goblin has such good utility. I have a closed beta invite, Wolfie, but you don't need a VPN to sideload, as other people in chat have mentioned. You Google Marvel Snap sideload, it will tell you all you need to know. Honestly, with Death Domain, I'm almost inclined to snap with the Nightcrawler. This makes me happy that I didn't snap. Because it means that, Death Domain could be going away here. Okay. Debris gonna rock this. Where is my Electra? This is perfect. I get to do this. So I get to add 4 more power to Angela here with without committing to these last 2 spaces. Oh man. Get wrecked. Oh, that is too delicious, chat. They copied my Green Goblin, but my board was full. Get leadered. Yeah. As someone who's been rinsed off by this card too many times, it feels good to get it with it.
Opponent snapped.
Opponent snapped? Excuse me? I'm sorry, what? Center and left then? Opponent was donating some cubes. We take those. I gotta say, I'm absolutely loving the Angela Green Goblin curve. Although Green Goblin into Jotunheim is more appealing, I think. Oh! We scorpioned by Green Goblin, did we? It's unfortunate. Oh no. Oh no, chat. Oh no. This was literally the last card I opened on the collection track, chat. That was worth the wait. It's got such good utility. Alright, let's fill the raft up, huh? Oh, man. Chat, playing Green Goblin in your Jubilee deck is so loose. Oh yeah, and we had Korged them too. Just like all of the yummy. B-E-A beautiful. Well, Hobgoblin, my other Lockjaw Jubilee deck, or is that different? That's a much higher reward for a similar amount of risk. Also, if you know a Goblin is a card that could be coming out of your Lockjaw in Jubilee, you probably shouldn't be playing them into the location that your opponent wants to fill up, is another thing. Just gonna lecture into the raft for no value and get it, Oh, did I say no value? Sorry, chat. I meant... Nailed it. What an easy game. Truly a skill-based card game, this Marvel Snap. Okay, so it looks like our opponent's playing a Patriot deck, which makes Debris a little scary. I'd rather put a rock in their deck than increase a card in their hands. Doombots, ippy-dop, the Doombots, whipping up some Doombots, loving all the Doom. Yeah, yeah. And because we filled center on them, they actually just don't get to make a play this turn. Because everything has to be played here and it's full on them. We go Dr. Doom, Khazar, Iceman. Sounds good. Do you believe in magic and a turn 7? I think we're still good here though, right? Maybe, I guess they onslaught here, do we lose? No, we're still good even if they onslaught, right? They just saved themselves a cube here. Not snapping, because again, pretty sure we're winning, so if we can get one more cube out of them, that would be great. It's a spot where snapping is wrong. Their magic saved them a cube. Was a really solid game. This deck might be real, chat. How many during the patch? It's great, Specimen. Love a bunch of the different buffs that they did, in addition to the nerfs that we got. Let's infinite split my lovely one more time here.
Infinity.
Yeah, I have a lot of splits on that. We could get an Inkify. Yeah, Blue Marvel's probably the biggest buff. Yeah, players can get Inkify now, chat. Wow, what a disappointing split. Can get Inkify now, gets crappy triangles. Can you explain how the splits work with alternate arts? Yeah, so when you level your cards all the way up to this infinity, they then split into a new cosmetic. And the cosmetics can be different backgrounds or outside of the card effect. So you can see this has like a swirl with lines around it. This one shimmers. There's some gold background. There's a chromatic Inkify black and white that we were talking about that's now available this patch. Well, we got the good end of that deal. Yeah, I was muted on purpose, chat. I was opening up some food. I wasn't talking. I was stuffing food in my mouth. Yeah, unfortunately, your cosmetics don't get applied to variants, which I think is a punt. I think at a minimum, they should offer you to move your split variants, your split modifiers to a variant when you buy them. I think would go a long way. Let's Green Goblin into Wakanda here and see what they do.
Face the might of Asgard. Mjolnir.
Bring in Electra here. Then we'll Khazar over here next turn, obviously. I'm gonna snap before they see Khazar.
Victory.
Well, Onslaught was the best card in our deck. Unfortunately for the opponent, Wave meant that they couldn't play Mjolnir out. But honestly, they were probably losing that regardless, right? Because of Onslaught. Hey, Arkham Expert. Thank you very much for the brand new Prime sub. This is my full-time gig making stuff here online, and I wouldn't be possible without folks like you. Thanks for keeping me around. Well, so like, I'm a little sad to get Green Goblin, but Green Goblin into Murray Isle also isn't amazing, so I think we take those. Do I run it back?
Snap.
All right, sometimes lucky. Thanks for the cube. The raft could get us in trouble with this election if they moved Nightcrawler proactively. They did not. Just in time there. Debris can't add to miniaturize zone this turn, but I think that's fine. Yeah, and I plan to do even more Snap once we get full release Arkham. I think this game has a ton of potential to be huge, and I plan to go mostly all in once we hit full release. I'm looking forward to doing it. All right, let's get us a 6-drop here, huh? Yeah. Yeah, the Destroyer, typically not amazing. But we can play it out into nowhere now. Is that better than just onslaughting, though? If I onslaught here, I guess I only gain 4 here, so I'm still losing. This would them -3, and this would be +2, so this is 7 either way. No matter how I cut it. I don't know if 7's gonna be enough to win here. I'm gonna be efficient, stay for 2 cubes, but I think we're gonna lose Miniaturized Lab here. Did we do it, chat? I think we did it. Sick. Sick. Oh, it's 8 with Blue Marvel. Yeah, that's true. Cool. 7 was enough, but 8 does it over the top. Good show. Alright, I'm gonna be real quiet for the next game or two while I finish my lunch. I'm still gonna be playing, but I'm gonna mute and just eat real quick. And then after we play another game or two with this deck, we're going to build another deck. I have a Patriot build around submitted.
Opponent snapped.
We're probably not winning right. But does the Khazar Marvel Onslaught curve do it? Maybe? Let's see. So I had 4 more power right, and then we still lose. Sedge.
Escaped.
Yes, the Blue Marvel change makes Cerebro 1 or Cerebro 3 worse, but it does potentially make Cerebro 2 better. So I want to try Cerebro 2 with Blue Marvel for sure. Damn it, Kazar. Okay, well.
Opponent snapped.
And if you're gonna twist my arm. All right, we got rinsed off. That's their nut draw. The old double. It's actually incredible that there are food places in my town still where I've lived through it for a decade that Christy and I haven't had before that are delicious. She got picked me up a burrito from a Mexican food place we haven't had before. And it was good. All right, so Onslaught. Duck, did you have any specific requests past just Patriot and Onslaught, or do I get to run with it from here? So, things like Collector and Angela are what, coming from the magic side, we would refer to as triggered abilities. Where they have they're triggered abilities where they happen when a certain condition is met. I don't think I like Hulk. I think Doombots are better at the top end than Hulk, probably, because he spreads out the love. All right, chat. What other things do we want for this? I probably want these last 5 slots to be things that don't have abilities, so they work with Patriot. I wonder if we just play some of the lower curve, no abilities things. A bomb to get buff. I think he might be a little bit too high on the curve. Brood is good into the feature location, that's true. Will you all laugh at me if I want to play Shocker to fill my curve? Will we make fun of me? I don't know if I like Brood because I'd kind of like to play like Debris and Doctor Doom, and this is awkward there. Sinister fills the curve early, okay. It could be Clobber in time, chat. We don't really have any 4s, right? Wait, what do we think of this? Yeah, I've played the Destroy sub build before, where you play like Hood, Demon, Bucky. I think I want to try no Destroy sub theme and see how it feels. It's one of those cards, there's just so many ways to build it. It's definitely an interesting deck building requirement. Well then. Oh no! Don't make my card cost more. Uh-oh. We might be out of space, chat. Okay, sure. Yeah, sure. We're chilling on the rest of these. Yeah, this is currently in closed beta. It hits full open beta at the end of the month. We certainly have some crap, chat. I don't think Brood is better than Debris. That's why I'm playing Debris. Shoot. All right, Mr. Beetle, we have some crap. Doc Ock is a very strong disruptive card. Definitely one of my favorite 5s in the game. The opponent's archetype is definitely one of my favorite ones in Snap. Getting to kind of use and abuse the what's it called? The board space advantage is pretty huge. Sorry, I only had some crap to give you, so have some bits. Now listen, you can fill my board with crap anytime you want to cheer bits after Beetle. I'm into it. It's a fair exchange. Fair and equitable. Alright, well, now we Patriot into Mystique and Onslaught, right? Call it a day. So I could also Blue Marvel here because on the last turn I could move this over and fit Onslaught in here, right? I think we're abandoning the raft and then just putting out Onslaught, right? All the Mysterios are having a party in New York City, chat.
I am Iron Man. I am Iron Man.
And woohoo! We are lit up. They got a free Arnim Zola off the raft. That's it's a solid beat. when your illusion Mysterios are bigger than your actual Mysterio. He destroyed Fake Mysterio. Yeah, Fake Mysterio just counts as a card, Chip. In fact, if you play Mysterio out after you play Bishop out, it counts as playing 3 cards for it. The screen's a little jumpy jerky. I'll have to work on that. This game's gonna have a little bit of a rocky start, but I think things are gonna work themselves out. I think we just play the thing out, right? Question is where? Probably into Mojo Worlds. And then this is gonna be a Blue Marvel into Mystique plus something else in the last turn.
It's clobbering time.
Go Mystique into Mysterio. Seems good. Their draw really did not come together. No, no Apocalypse, no Swarm makes the discard deck a pretty sad one. Yeah, they didn't have a card for Dracula. This didn't have any of their discard payoffs. Well, Mr. Sinister helps us fill the raft up. We just get nice and cozy in there and get ourselves a random 6-drop. The double Colleen Wing deleted their hand. I mean, sure, but like, that's why they need a discard payoff so they can actually do something with that. Okay, that's kind of a funny one for us. My magicking, I probably don't need. I guess magic gives me more of a chance to draw. Gives me more of a chance to draw my payoff. They explicitly chose not to Odin their wave here as notable. Rocks. So we just go Patriot, Mystique, and then we Doombot on the last turn? Or Ultron on the last turn? So if I put this here, I tie left. And then this is gonna kick a 1 power thing over here that's a 5 power thing. So we'll be up 5, we'll be tied, we'll be up 11, we'll be up 5. That seems fine. Thing plus Ultron is the most power. Oh, yeah. Thing is more power, isn't he? We'll be up 10 here now. Yeah, that's much better. Oh, actually, I could have Thinged left, right? Maybe Thing left is better because it gives me the guaranteed win over here.
It's clobbering time.
All right, we're clean either way here, but yeah, I should have Thing left and Ultron right in there, I think.
Victory.
Talk through. All right. Sinister into Murray Isle. Sign me up. Okay.
It's clobbering time. Opponent snapped.
Magic plus Misty here and see what their final turn is. Man, that doesn't quite get me there, huh? Gives me +6. And then I lose the tiebreaker, right? Because it's only gonna add 4 here in the middle. So I'll be up 10, 14 here, and they'll be up 17 here. Oh, it gives me 4 more here too, that's true. So I'm up 14, and they're up 6, 13? Does that do it? Counting? +4 is 6. I'm up 13. Yeah, I think that does it.
Snap. Victory.
Chat, there's a sewer here. Patriot is -1. Oh, he's -1 +1. Yeah. Okay. What a weird game. Sweet though, but weird. Yeah, so if you tie a location like we would have tied Limbo, Patriot, it goes to total power. So us being up 14 here versus +5 to 12 here, we're to 1 by 2. Sweet. you believe in magic and a turn 7? Do 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 do. No plays on 1. Huh.
Opponent snapped.
I think I just punt the raft. So my deck needs a lot of space, and so I need to prioritize filling here. So I can put my ongoing stuff in these other spots, I think. Was I surprised they didn't touch Magic this match? Not at all. I don't think they view Magic as a problem. Well, shoot. Okay, we're losing mid. Question's gonna be, can we win left and right? Well, actually, we're not even guaranteed to be losing mid, right? Because their ongoings are off on either side. They can't Patriot, right? So they need to believe in Magic?
Oh, snap.
Yeah, I think snapping's the right call. With the other ILS on slipping up. I mean, they could have a Magic. Magic's optimal in this arc too.
It's clobbering time.
These are +5. So actually, the Mysterio clones are worth 1 less than Mysterio proper. This is Magic, I assume, because they didn't concede to the snap. Maybe I'm not supposed to Mysterio if I'm expecting Magic to keep room for Onslaught. Yeah, I messed up. Oh, they had the raft, the free raft card too. Okay, so if I would have onslaughted here, we still lose the mid, but I would be +5 on like these. Yeah, we probably win left if I play around them having Magic, and I should have read that they had Magic when they didn't concede to the snap. So I should have been playing to that out based on what they did. Oh, my clones all get minus to power too. I guess that makes sense. Want to leave this open for a Doombot.
It's clobbering time.
Huh. I almost want to pass here, right? I guess I want a chance to draw, what's it called, though? I guess we'll Magic the Raft.
I am Iron Man.
This, and then we're hoping that a Patriot shows up on the last turn to let us power up the left. Patriot would be +6 there.
Face the might of Asgard. Mjolnir.
Should you be upgrading cards when they ask you to? Yes, upgrading your collection level is how you acquire new cards in Marvel Snap. So upgrading the rarity of your cards increases your collection level, which in turn gets you more cards. Grr. I think Marvel Snap rocks, don't you, chat?
It's clobbering time.
Hey, thanks for the 51 months ring, Tangy. It's been a trip. Life is well here. Appreciate the support. I think we just pass, right? And then next turn we go Patriot, Mystique, Infinite. I think that's definitely the line. Hey, wow. We actually lost the middle, but we crushed the left and the right. We've infinited the Shadowlands in case they magic. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't think that matters. Yeah, I messed up, Blevins. I should have played around you having magic when you didn't retreat, and I didn't. I drew an onslaught on the last turn, and I filled my center spot like an idiot. Hey, Mr. Baxter, let's do it. Well, putting Mr. Sinister into the danger room is actually kind of fine if he gets blown up. Well, I guess that means we play mid now because we need the left and the right open for ongoing effects. That's pretty good. So I can Mystique plus Mysterio here.
Opponent snapped.
They have to go like this. This will be +6 here. So I'll get +10 here, so they'll need to beat me by 5 here to win the game, so it's probably not good enough. I think we bail out for one.
Escape.
This land is always changing.
Escaped.
I have actual 0 determinations about this archetype, Socio. I think Brood specifically is bad with Doctor Doom, who I want to play at my top end. But I think if you don't have or don't want to play Doctor Doom, Brood's probably more than fine. But Brood just makes it hard to get Doombots out in the late game. Now, something to note, all the Mysterios count as 0 power until they flip up at the end. So if you put the real Mysterio into Hala, it's going to count as 0 towards figuring out if he's getting destroyed on turn 4. All right. Build up our Patriot in the raft here. Sure. Rewarded for playing there. I think this is a thing into the flooding angle, right? Ooh, that's nice too. Because we'll get to... Honestly, we might not even need to thing into the flooding at this point. We just go like Marvel into Doom and Doom wins the flooding potentially.
Opponent snapped.
They snap. I think I'm staying in through a snap here. I think we're close enough.
It's clobbering time.
Oof. We're still winning. We're still winning right there, right? I feel okay here to stay in. I go fishing. I love this Captain Marvel alt art. It's so good. It's my favorite. I probably actually didn't need to blue Marvel mid. I probably should have done this left because the real Mysterio is in the middle. We can tell it's the real one because it doesn't have the extra things around it. Oh. I'm not going to snap here because I think we're really far ahead. And I think if I snap, they retreat, but they might limp in for 2 more. This is a spot where our position is just strong enough that we just chill, I think. Their position's just weak enough, however you want to look at it. Yeah, they retreated. Might not even limp in. They definitely bounce if we snap, so it's wrong to snap. By the way, chat, we're going to play a few more today still, so don't go anywhere. But if you want to catch all my live Marvel Snap content, make sure you're subbed over on the Snap YouTube channel as well. Tomorrow at 10 a.m. Central Time, I'm going to be going live on YouTube, streaming a couple hours at least of Marvel Snap. There's also a patch review up over there, and our deck highlights will be resuming now that we got a balance patch. I just wasn't feeling making deck highlights last patch, chat, so I just didn't bother. Anything special planned for release date? Yeah, we're gonna do a ton of Marvel Snap on Twitch. Like, all day Snap streams the first few days after release, and maybe more if the metrics are good. I think there's a good chance this game takes off when it hits full release. Debris into the bar. Yeah, maybe. I might just want to, like, debris right, though. Because, like, getting one thing into the bar means I power it up, which is good for us. God, the bots are dumb, chat. Mr. Sinister does also sit in the bar. That's a good shout out. The bots are dumb until they know what's in your hand, mood.
It's clobbering time. Opponent snapped.
Does the Things animation feel clunky? I think the Things animation feeling clunky is incredible and perfect. You know, feel free to disagree with that assessment. You'd still be wrong. Thanks for the cubes, Mr. Bot.
Victory.
Been on up that season pass. Spider-Woman buff was very good. Agree. Thorn, God of Plunder. If we debris, it gets us a rock into the sanctum,
Face the might of Asgard. Mjolnir.
which means we can win that down the line, which is nice. Do I do this to get the free 6-drop? Because if I just play Mr. Sinister here and they play one card here, they'll get the 6-drop and we won't. But if I play both of these like this, we both end up getting a free 6, which I think is ideal. Wow, they just didn't play into the raft? I guess they really want to set up Wong here. All right, do we Marvel Onslaught or do we Patriot Onslaught? This is the real Mysterio, so Patriot only adds 4 power here. Whereas he adds 8, 9 power here. Whereas Blue Marvel would add 8 power here. All right, they're retreating.
Victory.
Hey, Ghost Rider Flyby, thanks for getting up that Prime. Appreciate the support. Thanks for keeping me employed. Thanks for the follows, by the way, folks. Great to see people interested in Snap. This game's got a ton of potential. Looking forward to following it along as we head to a release next month. Why does Mysterio not play into the center, but Debris drops a rock there? Because Debris adds a card to a location. Mysterio counts as playing a card to a location, which is fundamentally different by the rules. I Debris this turn. They just die in Murder World, but it gets rocks in Jotunheim, which is kind of nice. I'm really surprised we haven't seen any movement in the power level of that Archetype Duck. Pretty surprised they've kind of just left it rot so far. Maybe they don't know what they want to do with it.
It's clobbering time.
All right, this is, I believe in magic angle, right? Because then we get to do the wombo combo. We get to go Onslaught into Mystique Patriot. Oh gosh, we get to go Onslaught into Mystique Patriot Misty Knight. Snap it off. I think this does it, right? This is double. Is it plus 16 to all of my things, or is it plus 8? I'm pretty sure it's plus 16, right? When you set this up like this? Because these double each other, and then they also double, and then each of them doubles Patriot.
Victory.
Yeah. They're out. My opinion on Peoria. I live in Montana and I am burnt out trying to buy homes. I found a lot of great homes in Illinois for the 100 to 250 range in down Illinois. How you advocate Bloomington, but Peoria is Peoria also all right? Peoria's okay. I should prefix anything that I'm going to say with, I'm not super familiar with the Peoria area. It's about like a 50 to 70 minute drive from where I'm at. My understanding is that Peoria's more similar, it's more urban than where I'm at. It's more similar to like the Chicago. It's like a smaller Chicago. Actually, is that true? I'm actually not sure. What's the Peoria, Illinois population? I'm pretty sure the population is much higher than what we have here. Is it actually not that much more? Oh, it is more. Okay, so Bloomington is 80,000 people. Peoria is 112,000 people, like 50% larger. There's more like bigger buildings and like city proper type stuff there, whereas Bloomington's very flat and laid out. But again, not super personally familiar with that area specifically. I really like the Bloomington normal area where I live. Enjoy my cornfields. In Valor, making Mysterio big is nice. On 3's a little Sag. This is a powerless monster though, so Patriot pumps it up. Right on time, Shocker. Welcome to the party.
It's clobbering time.
This might be a... This might be a turn 5 magic angle. Although I guess I kind of want to leave this open so I can like Onslaught, Mystique, Patriot all in the same thing, right? So I guess we'll magic the right. Well, they're definitely a holodeck. That's a debris. Debris not terrible for us. Because we can Patriot debris last turn if we miss on the Mystique. We're 1 in 3 to find Mystique next turn, though. Oak could literally only be better if we had a Misty Knight. Punting the sewer system super hard, obviously, but all the rest of our spots are about to be Xbox huge. We have 2 powerless things at each of them. Oh, wait. They discarded a Magneto, right? Are we still okay here? Maybe? Okay, yeah, we're still okay, right? We're okay because the bot was dumb ultimately, right? The bot could have put the Hela under the Invisible Woman, and then they would have discarded these 2 to Hellcow and then played 2 more things out. Oh, bots. Is Bloomington a bike-friendly city? I believe so. We have a ton of good walking/biking trails. You can drive all around.
This land is always changing.
Escaped.
But then the Magneto might have landed left. Oh yeah, I guess that's true. If they sequence it the other way, the Magneto ends up in a better spot for us potentially, so maybe we're still fine regardless. It's a good shout out. I don't know about Croatia, but visiting London when Christy and I spent time in London for the Pokemon World Championships really made me realize I will never live in a big city ever again. Having to like pack like sardines into the underground and just like everybody's hot and sweaty and smells and close. It's just like, this is not my cup of tea. Much prefer my more open space and the freedom to move as we please with the vehicle. Even big city suburbs can be super busy though. Like it takes like I grew up in the Alsip Oak Lawn area on the south side of Chicago, Blue Island, Evergreen, Morgan Park, Beverly area. Like it just takes forever to get anywhere. It's like everything is an hour away, 30 minutes, 45 minutes. They conceded to my Patriot into the Raptors. Good beat. 1 cube, please. Get to the raft. You drop. That's 2-drop. All right, now I just need a 2 or a 3 here. Patriot, not Mystique. Can I get a Debris or a Patriot? Or a, good golly. They're putting us on ice, chat. To fill the raft at least, I guess, but. Oh! Well, that's fun. Kingpin getting punched in the face in Fisk Tower chat is quite the delicious irony. Slide on over, bud. Got some stuff to talk about here. Step into your office for a moment here. Man, Fisk Tower is not having anybody's BS today, Chad. Just like, you get a pop to the face, and you get a pop to the face. Everybody takes a shot to the face. Yeah, that's definitely the most. Same here. Fisk has had enough of everybody's crap. That's fine though, right? We win center and left. Yum, 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 yum. That seems like a fun one to end. Good solid game. All right, chat, I am off. I will not be live on Twitch at all tomorrow, but I will be live on YouTube, and we'll be doing all Marvel Snap for 2 or 3 hours, depending on what our audience looks like that shows up. So if you want to see some extra Marvel Snap stuff, make sure you're subbed with notifications on in the Hooglandia Snap channel. There's also a patch review video that's been posted up there for the balance patch that went live last night if you want to see what was in there and get my thoughts on it. Yes, this is in closed beta right now. You can sideload into it, but if you don't want to do anything like that, they'll be going into full open beta October 18th, and that'll include a PC client as well. So a little bit less till a month till we see a full open release for this one.